What's up guys, Notorious here, and in this video we're gonna do a short little tier list of all the F1 2022 liveries. Early Sunday, Alfa Romeo, the last team, dropped its livery, and now we have a full set of liveries to draw conclusions from. And I'm gonna do one team each. I'm gonna start with the lowest placing team last year to the highest one in the constructors. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. And we're gonna start with Haas. Now Haas has some issues right now in that they cannot keep their livery. Like the Uralkali stuff is probably going, the Russian flag is probably going, but if we judge it on just the livery in itself, I've already made a video on it. I think it looks minimalistic and clean. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not good. You could have done a lot with this. So that's why I'm gonna place it in C tier. And above Haas last year was Alfa Romeo. And they have actually come out with a godlike car. Now, I'm sure I'm not only speaking for myself, but this is looking very, very sick. And I am gonna place this in S tier for now. I'm gonna move them a bit later once everything goes into place, and we don't have an F tier because, let's be honest, none of these are actually trash. It's just one is God tier, and the D grade could have been way better. Now after that we do have Williams with the FW44, and now Williams could probably have done more with this. My biggest pet peeve with this is it doesn't really stick out. It doesn't feel like a Williams car. If I was knocked out in a coma in 2019 and I saw this car in 2022, I would assume this is Toro Rosso, and it's a Williams, so they could have done much better with that. I am gonna place it in C tier, and I'm gonna make sure that it is behind the Haas car, because I think it does look better, but not by a huge margin. Now after Williams we do have Aston Martin. Now Aston Martin's car is among probably the sickest one this season. I really appreciate them getting rid of the WBT pink, and it looks like they have dropped them as a sponsor in total, and the car is very nice. I am gonna place it in S tier. I just think it's too sexy not to look at. Above Aston Martin we do have Alpha Tauri. Now the Alpha is, I don't know how to explain it, but feels bland. I like the font on the Tauri part, but the Alpha, you're not even gonna see this. Not that you're gonna see this by a lot, but they could have done a lot better. And there's just not a lot of contrast between the colors. It reminds me of a piece of paper that got stuck in the printer and it got miscolored, and then you would have to reprint it in order for it to get good quality. That's what the Alpha Tauri livery reminds me of. But other than that, the sides on it with the Red Bull logo, it actually looks quite good. So I am gonna place it in B tier. It could have been much better. And above AlphaTauri, we had Alpine. Now, I don't think I'm alone in saying this either, but I am not feeling this car at all. I think whoever designed this had a huge miss with the colors they chose. Like, you obviously need to keep the blue because it's a French team. You need pink because of the BWT sponsor. But I don't understand why they couldn't go minimalistic on the pink like Aston Martin did last year. It just seems off. So what I am gonna do is I am gonna place it in the lowest tier for now. Because in my opinion it's just not a nice car to look at. And if you take all 10 cars, it's easily the main and probably the only candidate to be placed in D tier. Now above Alpine you had McLaren. And McLaren's car is a bit of a question mark. I think the black, the grey, like the not grey but the dark areas here look extremely good. I like the orange a lot, but sorry, I am not a big fan of the blue still. I would really have liked it if they just got rid of the blue altogether, because like if this wasn't a car, just imagine, and you have a color palette. You've just bought an apartment and you're telling the person who's selling the house, I want this color palette. If you said light blue, orange and black, they'd kick you out the house or the apartment, and they wouldn't sell that to you because nobody picks these colors together. It doesn't look good. But to their defense, they have actually sort of made it like blend nicely together, so they do get some points for that. But I am gonna place them ahead of AlphaTauri because AlphaTauri looks like a misprinted sheet of paper. Now the top 3. I am gonna place Ferrari, who was P3 last season, also in S tier. The Ferrari is just... If you've been a fan of the sport for a long time, this picture only it speaks for itself. Having black on a Ferrari again and having this mean looking car without even seeing preseason, without seeing any of the testing, no lap times, no whatever, I sort of know that this car is here to fight, and that makes me excited. So I am gonna place it in S tier. However, because of these two cars looking so damn good, it's gonna be the 3rd car in S tier. Now, P2 in constructors was Red Bull. And Red Bull has sort of made they've made a Red Bull car. It doesn't look any different. It looks like if you knocked me out in 2016 and I woke up in 2022, I would assume that it was still 2016. Like, the Red Bull cars haven't really changed a lot since like the Gfinity days of 2014 or 2013, where Red Bull was a bit more purple-ish. Now it's just a standard same color palette. The car looks nice. It looks extremely mean, but you can easily tell that the other teams just put a lot more energy into their liveries. So I am gonna have to place this in between here. Now the W13, the Mercedes, the Constructors Champion, 8 years in a row. their car is actually looking mad. I'm a big fan of this type of like bluish. I'm super happy that the silver arrows are back. The Ineos air intake being red, having red accent on the inside of the front wing. These flaps here being blue. Like, they have managed to make their sponsors look extremely nice. All the colors blend in very, very well. You have a dark color here, split by a. It's not a light color. It's sort of a darkish blue, and then it goes to the silver and the bright red. I'm just a big fan of this car, but however, I don't think that it is in S tier, so the Mercedes is gonna be the only one in A tier. So that is my tier list of the F1 2022 liveries. There's probably some people who would have Alpine higher. Most people would probably have Haas the lowest, especially now that they technically don't have a livery. It's just a plain white car and a logo. Some people really love the McLaren. Some people will place the Ferrari first, but I think this is the most fair positions for the cars that I can place them in. Now, if you disagree with any of these placings, if you have a certain car higher or lower, tell me in the comments. I'm excited to read them. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.